Yeah, good afternoon. Yes, today I'm going to talk about why do millionaires become broke again. Yes, I did my research and I found that we've known some multimillionaires, billionaires some years back, but today we cannot find them again. Today they have dropped in the ranking. And in this video, I'm going to tell you why the secrets of sustainable wealth, why that happened from my research, and how can we avoid that. So sit down, watch this video. Make sure you don't leave until you watch the end of this video. Why do millionaires become broke again? I'm sure by the time I'm done, by the time you finish watching this video, in your comment section, maybe you want to make some contributions. I welcome some contributions. I want to hear from you. Yes, let's look at the secrets of sustainable wealth. I want to ask you again, why do millionaires become broke again? Maybe you hit the stage in which you have made millions. So how come you lost all? Hmm. Yes, I want to summarize this as indiscipline. That word indiscipline, that is a 12-letter word. I want to make it an acronym for this inspirational message. Indiscipline is the reason why all this thing happened. By the Oxford Dictionary definition of indiscipline, he said this is disorderly or uncontrolled behavior. Uncontrolled behavior, or when somebody is disorderly. So my message is centered on this uncontrolled behavior or disorderly living. Let's look at the first word of the acronym indiscipline. That first one is I. Inaccurate judgment of money. You see, somebody believes money is a spirit. It's a bird. It can fly. So when it comes to you, you must take it and use it judiciously. If you don't handle it properly, it leaves you. So when you look at the inaccurate judgment of money, money is supposed to be used as a form of like a seed. Remember when you plant a maize seed, it from one grain it grows into a cob, and that cob is multiplied. So money can be multiplied. But when you take that maize, you eat it all, then it dies. That is the end of it. So there are that notion that when you have money, money will just continue like that. No, money needs to be what? To be multiplied. If you look at the aspect of investment, guide, when you throw money into the wrong investment, you lose all. So for people that have been millionaires, billionaires, how come they become broke again? Yes, that is what I want to look at. So when you look at the natural judgment of money, you have to use money wisely. Then you can make sure that the one, maybe it is 1 million, it turns to 10 million. The 10 million, it turns to 20 million or 50 million, whether it's arithmetic progression or geometric progression, depending on the investment you are using. So big corporations we know today, they were once maybe kind of a sole, proprietorship. They started very small. Then let's look at the next one. We are talking of the acronym in discipline. The next one is N, no vision to sustain wealth. Many people they are broke today because they didn't have any sustainable vision. They believe the money they made is all, and they begin to spend. And when you spend and nothing is coming in, even the economics people tell us that when there is liability, when the liabilities are more than the assets, that means the deficit, and that means that is a loss. So you must check. You are spending more than what is incoming in. You will soon be broke. You're having 10 million and you are buying a house of 7 million. You bought a car of 3 million. Very soon you'll be owing, and you were once a millionaire. So no vision to sustain the wealth. You're a millionaire, okay, you have $10 million right in the account, and you just bought property of about 5 million. You bought exotic cars, you're on holiday, and you are having a routine of staff you have employed. Before long, you'll be broke. So you need to have the vision to sustain the wealth. Then the third one, I said the D. The D is depending on people's opinion or assessment. Many billionaires we've seen, oh, what people say about me. I have to go on a first class flight. On the first class, I can't travel on the economy class. You have to go in a charter flight. Why? What for? I have to buy a car that is the most expensive. I have to buy the expensive suit. My children have to go to the best school. My wife have to wear the best jewelry, diamonds, or what kind of. So you're looking onto people's assessment. And the money you have will soon get finished. So those are the reasons why we have the millionaires we knew some years back. We can't find them again. They were living extravagant life. And if you must sustain wealth, you have to recognize these facts that you must manage your wealth wisely. Yes. So let's look at the next acronym. We are looking at the acronym I. That's number 4. Don't forget you are looking at the indiscipline as the acronym on reasons why do millionaires become broke again. When you see the I says illusion about material things giving security. See, some people believe as long as they have the money in the bank account and they are getting the bank statement, it's telling them they have 20 million, and that gives them the assurance that yes, all is well. And I want to tell you a little trick. Somebody once said, look, you don't know how rich a person is when you look at the bank statement. You also ask, what is the person owing? You can tell somebody I have 15 million in their account, but if you are owing 100 million, that means you are poor, you are broke. So the bank account does not tell us about your true status. Somebody could have only $500,000 in their account and does not owe nobody. Is richer than you that has $200 million in your account and you are owing $400 million. So you understand what I'm trying to say? Because of the status you are right now, people think, oh, you are rich, and they are giving you things on credit. You are doing business on credit, and you are owing, you are buying things over there on the assumption that they all knew that you are rich. So you need to forget that illusion. It's an illusion. It's a false word. So you need to put away that illusion. You are fooling people. So at the end of the day, it comes out glaring. When you can't pay your bills, then everybody understands that you are broke. And that's when the problem starts. Everybody wants to get their money at the same time. And when the pressure is on you, then you crumble like a pack of cards. So you look at the I. I is the illusion about material things giving security. So you need to be very careful about the wealth. Are you sustaining the wealth? You need to sustain it. When you sustain it, that is when you can be careful. Now let's look at the number 5, the S. Spending carelessly. When you are living a riotous living, you are organizing parties here and there. You have to be throwing parties, spending money. The day you're having a funeral, tomorrow it's a birthday party. It's all kind of extravagant travels. You have to call people to come to your house and give them a treat. And when you do all that all the time, you have not bothered to look at the investment you are making with the money. So when things go a little bit down, don't forget in this coronavirus pandemic, it has changed lives. Many businesses have collapsed. Many people cannot pay salaries. Many people have lost their jobs. And people that are once millionaires, they are now broke. And there are some people who were never millionaires and they become millionaires. So you have to plan for the raining day. They didn't know that there will be lockdown. Some people didn't know that the business had to be shut down for some time, for a year or even more. As I'm talking, some people are still at home. They have no jobs and they have their regular jobs. So you have to look and understand that you cannot live a righteous living, spend carelessly. You have to avoid some of these things here. Then again, talking of the C, you are talking on number 6, compulsive buying. Even when it's not needed, there are some people, they are just in the habit of buying, buying, buying. They carry cash around. And when you get to their home, they have 200 shoes, 500, let's say, belts. They have all manner of dresses they will never wear till they die. They have 30 exotic cars parked in their compound. And one will not be driven even till for the next 15 years. And they service them. They have routine of staff. They have 4 drivers, 10 bodyguards. I don't care how whether you have 50 billion or 20 billion. But if you are not careful with your spending, you will soon be broke. No matter how much of money you have, as long as you are not earning money that is commensurate to what you are spending, you will be broke. And that's where you have to be very careful.